The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, under the leadership of Kim Jong-un, has embarked on a course of assertive foreign policy. 2025 has witnessed a notable intensification of North Korea's military actions and global partnerships. Pyongyang's growing military cooperation with Russia, particularly its involvement in the Ukraine conflict, has sent shockwaves through the international community. This bold move reflects a calculated strategy by North Korea to advance its security interests and solidify its position on the world stage. North Korea's recent actions are not merely a reaction to external pressures, but a deliberate strategy to shape the geopolitical landscape. The country's unwavering commitment to its military program, evidenced by frequent missile tests and visits to nuclear facilities by Kim Jong-un, underscores its determination to be recognized as a nuclear power. This assertive posture is driven by a complex interplay of factors, including the perceived threat from the US-South Korea alliance, the desire to break free from international sanctions, and the ambition to assert regional hegemony. North Korea's actions demand a nuanced understanding of its motivations, objectives, and potential implications for global security. The world watches with bated breath as North Korea continues to make bold moves on the international stage. The coming months and years will be critical in determining the trajectory of North Korea's foreign policy and its impact on global stability. North Korea's decision to send troops to fight alongside Russian forces in Ukraine is a watershed moment in its foreign policy. This unprecedented move marks the first time since the Korean War that North Korean troops have been deployed in an international conflict. The presence of North Korean soldiers in Ukraine is a testament to the growing military cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow. This alliance extends beyond troop deployments. North Korea has been a vocal supporter of Russia's actions in Ukraine, echoing Moscow's narrative of NATO expansionism and Western aggression. This partnership is mutually beneficial. Russia gains much-needed manpower and military support, while North Korea receives economic aid, military technology, and diplomatic backing. The deepening of the Russia-North Korea alliance has significant implications for regional and global security. This burgeoning partnership could embolden both countries to take more assertive actions, potentially escalating tensions with the West. Furthermore, North Korea's involvement in Ukraine could have broader geopolitical ramifications, influencing the dynamics of other conflicts and leading to a realignment of global power blocs. As the situation in Ukraine continues to unfold, the international community must closely monitor the evolving military cooperation between North Korea and Russia and its potential consequences. The re-election of Donald Trump as U.S. president has ushered in a new chapter in U.S.-North Korea relations, albeit one characterized by both confrontation and cautious diplomacy. While North Korea initially adopted its toughest-ever stance against the U.S., recent months have witnessed a subtle shift in rhetoric. The absence of personal insults directed at Trump and the U.S. government, a common feature of past exchanges, suggests a potential softening in North Korea's approach. This shift, however, should not be misconstrued as a sign of weakness or a willingness to compromise on core issues. North Korea remains resolute in its pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missile capabilities, viewing them as essential deterrents against perceived U.S. hostility. Pyongyang has repeatedly accused Washington of ignoring its security concerns, particularly regarding the presence of U.S. nuclear submarines in South Korea. Despite the deep-seated mistrust and ideological differences, the possibility of diplomatic engagement between the U.S. and North Korea cannot be entirely ruled out. Both sides understand the high stakes involved and the catastrophic consequences of miscalculation. However, the path to meaningful dialogue remains fraught with obstacles. The legacy of the failed Hanoi summit, coupled with the Trump administration's unpredictable foreign policy, continues to cast a shadow over the relationship. The onus lies on both Washington and Pyongyang to demonstrate a genuine commitment to diplomacy and take concrete steps to build trust and address each other's concerns. As North Korea navigates the complexities of the international arena, it also grapples with domestic challenges and opportunities. 2025 marks the final year of North Korea's current 5-year plan, which has prioritized economic development and, notably, advancements in its weapons program. Kim Jong-un has repeatedly stressed the importance of bolstering the country's defense capabilities, highlighting the perceived threats from the U.S. and its allies. Recent leadership changes offer insights into North Korea's evolving domestic priorities and potential future trajectory. The appointment of Park Tae-sung as premier, replacing Kim Tak-hun, signals a renewed focus on economic management and possibly a greater emphasis on improving the livelihoods of ordinary citizens. Internationally, North Korea is actively seeking to strengthen ties with friendly countries, a move aimed at reducing its isolation and securing economic and diplomatic support. The burgeoning relationship with Russia is a key pillar of this strategy. Additionally, North Korea is deepening its ties with China, its traditional ally and economic lifeline. Looking ahead, North Korea's foreign policy is likely to be shaped by a combination of factors, including the evolving geopolitical landscape, its perception of external threats, and its domestic priorities. The potential for future diplomatic engagements, particularly with the US, remains uncertain but not entirely implausible. However, any meaningful progress will require a fundamental shift in the dynamics of the relationship, characterized by mutual respect, a willingness to compromise, and a shared commitment to peace and stability.